Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Police say a man took his own after getting caught committing a sex crime in the drive-thru of a coffee shop.
His death is bigger than 9/11.
This was a recurring incident that all the girls were aware of.
You killed that man. Not if it was a gooner.
He's left behind by his wife and 2 kids. Do you think they consider him a good Lord?
I think they view him as a loving father that did a radical thing. I want to be just like my father. He was a gooner himself.
You know who did it in that parking spot?
His husband. I analyzed that video over 1,000 times.
Have you ever exposed yourself in a drive-thru?
No, but I probably will in my future.
Acting like it's a joke is damages for everyone involved.
The spirit of the gooner was really all around us.
Who the fuck gave him the ERP? Nah, like, dude was on the ground floor.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Tonight, the second of 2 on this wild card Saturday. It's the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And we are underway here in Atlanta. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 9. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A pickup up. 12 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. Hill looks to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Give, and here comes Robinson. Ooh, well, now you see it, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Lions' 19-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. He'll drop to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs. And now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to their defense, let them play with a lead at home with the home crowd, and you're feeling really good about how the rest of this game can play out.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Xavier Watts there to bring him down. So, on the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
5 yards to go.
Now Goff. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Goff gives it to Gibbs. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
5. Third down, they need 5. From the gun, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
We're good. Listen.
Here's Goff. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they needed, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On 1st down, it's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Williams in motion. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are through 1 here on Wild Card Weekend. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Third down, 3 to go. Powering forward, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions. Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
He'll look to throw. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Let's go now.
They run over center with Robinson. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. It was Terrion Arnold there to make the play.
On the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 43, here's second and 8.
Tag. Cougar 19. Packer 60. Packer 60. Packer 60.
Another run here for Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 7.
What can they do here on third down and 7?
Buffalo 18. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. Throwing here is Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
It's second and 8 at the Falcons' 36-yard line.
Look him up on a second down and 8.
76. 76.
Williams in motion.
180.
Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go. Black 20.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third.
They need to get it to the 27. This is third down.
17. 80.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Talk things over before third down.
Ric Flair. Done. 5. 180. Super. Hard ball, hard ball. Done.
To throw is gone. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that ball. First down, Detroit.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Slot man in motion right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. They'll stop the clock 24 seconds to go until halftime.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Value 3. Come on. 180. Four down. Louis. Maverick. Orange.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with it.
Now, deep ball for London. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Back to the air once more on second down. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down. You're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. So it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott.
Jason Player is set to kick off.
Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to the return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Off to throw on first down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down. To throw is Goff. Will go right back to the border. It's scooped up by the Falcons. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Back to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18, 70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air again on second and 10. That's to Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing now from the gun. That's into the hands of Jordan Mason. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jordan Mason. Touchdown Atlanta.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Warrior 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 49.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Davis open to the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. 17. 17. Value 1.
Goff to throw. Open man left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Lions first down. They hand it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they could play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Laporta in motion. And he can't get away. football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
14. Shell. Hey, kill. Hey, shell.
Laporta in motion. They'll run with Gibbs. And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop it for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback. What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. Gibbs, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards.
To the pylon, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
4 down. Tiger. Hold on. Check. Value 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got a man. It's caught in the end zone. They get the 2 points. It's going to allow them to take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is downfield to the tight end hits. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
70 Lions.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Open man downfield, that's London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 19-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Big, big play. 3rd and 2.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
This looks like a design run. And he is going to have that Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football.
Great play design here, Mike. The formation allows them to spread the defense out from sideline to sideline. Then snap the ball into the hands of your quarterback, find some daylight, pick up the first down.
Okay, ready?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here is 1st and goal.
Liking 18.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Lions' 3-yard line.
Ball at the 3. 2nd down and goal.
Hey, smash Bravo. 70 Lions.
It's our last chance.
And he is going the wrong way. Tackles back at the 7. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Value 3. Cut. 185.
They'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop them for no gain.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10?
180. We go. 76. 76.
From the gun, it's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 4th down, Goff. He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Down to a knee here, and that'll do it. They have advanced. They are moving on in the playoffs. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.